Adams, Justin Stark, and Joel Rodriguez. Going up against the Harlequins, Mark Peters, Jake Daly, Josh O'Neill, and AJ Nagel. McDaniels gets that tip and goes across the line for the first score of the game. Each team has 4 timeouts for the entire game. On the floor, 2 bench or coach timeouts can be called during a dead ball. Inbound pass goes to Daly. Up to Mark Peters. He can't handle it. Right there is Anthony McDaniel, who's going to move down court. He's got a pick to the corner by Rodriguez, and he scores. 2-0. Tampa up real quick. Wounded Warriors up very quickly. Josh O'Neill goes for the inbound. Jake Daly is doubled by Rodriguez and Stark. Mark Peters calls for the inbound, gets it. James Adams is one-on-one with Peters. McDaniels tries to chase Peters down just too fast, goes across the line for the first score for Denver. Justin Stark working his way down for the inbound. Anthony McDaniels is doubled by O'Neill and Daly for Denver. James Adams is one-on-one with Mark Peters. Joel goes to make a pick for McDaniels. Adams gets that inbound pass. Peters is right there as well as Nagel. He gets across half court. Going to move. Great move, great patience by James Adams to go across for score number 3. Inbound pass from O'Neill goes to Peters. Nagel trying to get a pick on McDaniels. McDaniels very hard to pick out. There's a hit by Adams on Peters. Lead pass up to Daly. Across for the score.
Yeah, Joel. Beat him up.
Looks like Denver is trying to run a double-double. Anthony McDaniel gets that inbound pass from Justin Stark, trying to move up court, looking for a pass to Adams, finds him across half court, receives, and scores. Josh O'Neill having to move the baseline. Finds Daly, who's then attacked by Adams. Daly intercepted by Rodriguez. Over to McDaniels. Pass up to Adams. Joel trying to block out that corner for Adams. Gives it up to McDaniels at the top of the 3-point line. Denver trying to fall into the key. McDaniels sees a hole, trying to get around. Gives it up to Joel, who backs in for their score. Warriors able to capitalize on another Denver turnover, 5-2. Warriors on top of Denver. Daly receives the inbound from O'Neill. Daly going up, half court, started sideline, comes back to the middle. Gets met by a couple players from the Warriors. Over to Peters, up to Nagel, who misses. Goes to O'Neill, comes back to Peters. Trying to get to the corner, can't get there. Warriors fall into the key for key defense. Warriors, Peters goes all the way across. Great corner pick by Jake Daly for the score. Stark inbounds to McDaniels. Adams breaks free. Lead pass from McDaniels and gets that score. O'Neill inbounds the ball to Peters. Peters with a lot of patience, able to go across half court and down the line for the score. Mark Peters, a 3-5 classification player, going up against Anthony McDaniels, another 3-5 classification player, and a 2.5 in Adams.
James. Backcourt, James.
Equipment, ref.
Hey, Joel Justin. On play 3, you do switch. Switch on play 3.
All right, folks, we're back. Apologize for the absence of any commentary, but we've got Mark Peters working down court for the Harlequins in red, going up against the Wounded Warriors of Abilities Ranch in black. It is 8-6. Warriors. McDaniels is handcuffed in one area. However, free is James Adams. McDaniels able to get out of those cuffs. Adams is met and holds the Denver player. James Adams. James Adams was called for a hold. He was upended by the Denver player. Unfortunately, you cannot hold on to the other player's chair, body, any portion of him. So he was called for it, and in turn is a turnover.
Ball, James.
On the court right now is number 7, Jason Rieger, number 8, Mark Peters, number 9, Eric Newby, and 15, Jake Daly for the Harlequins. Same lineup for the Warriors. There's a great corner pick by Jason Rieger. Mark Peters comes all the way around for the score through the corner. Stark inbounds to McDaniels. Oh, almost a jump ball by Daly. He had a hand on it. Daly's having a breakout. And there's a timeout called by the Warriors. Second timeout called by either team. Eight to 7 is our score. 3:58 in this first quarter of the second game. Here at the 2021 Las Vegas Texas Hold'em Wheelchair Rugby Tournament, hosted by the Las Vegas High Rollers and the Texas Stampede. We'd like to thank our major sponsors, C&R Medical. Coming out of the timeout, the Warriors have the same lineup: Justin Stark, McDaniels, Joel Rodriguez, and James Adams. Looks like a double, single for the Denver Harlequins on their defense. McDaniels gets the inbound pass. There's Daly, there's Newby. He can't go anywhere. Rieger tries to back off the pick, he can't. McDaniels tells Stark to keep going, and he does. Gets that outlet pass for the score. Eric Newby inbound to Jake Daly. Met by the progressive James Adams. Daly able to see a breaking Mark Peters. Gets the ball for the score. 1-point game here in the first quarter, 3:42 left. James Adams trying to keep Jason Rieger out of the play. McDaniels gets the ball. However, Peters for Denver is meeting Adams. Adams is breaking just as designed. He gets the ball and is going to try to back in. Gets turned by Eric Newby, trying to move out. He's got to come out of the key. Gives the ball back up to McDaniels. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Key defense being followed by Denver. Great pass by McDaniels up to an open Adams in the key for the score. 10-8. Warriors on top of the Harlequins. Mark Peters gets the inbound pass from Eric Newby, moving up court with Jason Rieger. Rieger gets a great pick on McDaniels. Peters has time. There's still 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Peters working with Rieger, who's working his way down into the key. It's a great bat pick on McDaniels. Peters trying to go all the way around. He's trapped in the corner. However, Daly knocks over Joel Rodriguez. Defensive player cannot leave the key. Penalty goal is awarded to the Harlequins. Timeout is called. Timeout is called by the Warriors. Say bench timeout or a coach's timeout. Called during a dead ball, which you can do. Coach Dave Cerruti for the Warriors giving instruction. Player coach Jason Rieger and also
called it,
player sitting this game out is Adam Scatero. On to McDaniels, who just sees the ball, corrals it, looking for Bree. Now goes back to Dan. Dan's moving up court. Here comes Eric Newby. Mark Peters might meet him and allows him to go through for the score. Great patience by Dan, who inbounded the ball, ended up with the ball, and then scored.
Ball's in, Daddy.
Inbounded by Newby to Peters. Rieger working up court. Peters right behind him. Rieger takes Dan out. There's Bree. Swing and a miss. Peters goes right around both McDaniels and Hennessy. McDaniels takes that ball, looking for an outlet to Hennessy. She's calling for it. He gives it up. There she is. Great catch. Bree goes through for the score. 12-10, still a 2-point game. Ball comes in to Jake Daly. He's moving up the sideline, cross half court. Waves off Mark Peters. Now goes right back to him.
That's it, Bree.
Goes through for the score.
Keep him. Keep him. Keep him, Bree. Keep him. Keep him, Bree.
Dan Pitaluga raises his hand to come down and inbound. Looks like they're running a double-double on the Warriors. McDaniels able to break free. He's going to follow Dan up for the pick. Sees a breaking Bree. He's calling for it. Receives it. Goes through for the score. 13-11. Eric Newby inbounds to Mark Peters. McDaniels met by Rieger. Crouch trying to come over and grab Peters, but just too fast. Harlequins trying to fall back into the key. Unfortunately, they cannot. Bree Hennessy calls for the ball, gets the inbound from Dan Pitaluga. Bree's roaming around the center court line. Up and over goes to Dan Pitaluga. Wow, thought it was Quentin McDaniels, but Dan came in and took it. Warriors trying to inbound the ball. Dan overthrows McDaniels. Turnover intercepted by Daly. Gives it up to Newby. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. 14-13, Warriors on top. Bree's looking for the ball. She's going to get it. She's down low. There's a crisscross by McDaniels and Bree. She's coming back over. Daly is one-on-one with her. She's trying to give it up. However, Daniels is there. It was a turnover. However, Mark Peters was going across the half-court line. Would have been called over for over and back. Gives the ball up back to McDaniels, who's able to give it to Bree. Over to Dan for the score. Wow. Denver could have got it right back there, but unfortunately, Peters, good heads-up play because he knew he was going to get called for over and back. Unfortunately, had to just drop the ball. McDaniels was right there to pick it back up. 56 seconds left. Denver's going to try to go for last goal. Unfortunately, they lose possession. Bad pass from Daly to Newby. McDaniels gets the interception with patience, goes around the pile of trash, goes through for the score, and like that, the Warriors are back up by 2. Mark Peters gets the inbound pass. He's going to go one-on-one. Newby's breaking through the center. Gets it. He's going to try to score as quick as he can. And does with 36 seconds. Denver had a chance to go for last goal, but they rather take the points. Warriors will now go for last goal with 36 left. 6 seconds left on the game clock. The shot clock is turned off. Give and go from Crouch to Pitaluga. Back up to Bree Hennessy. She's going to look forward. McDaniels, 27 seconds. She holds. Unfortunately, is turned over, upended by Mark Peters. She does not call a timeout. It is a turnover by the Warriors. Wow. Had she called timeout, the Warriors would have retained possession and had last goal opportunity. However, she went over, did not call timeout. Now it is red ball on the side. Denver with the chance to go last goal. Bree getting looked at, helped out by the Warrior staff. A little hair maintenance there. Got to look good while you're pushing good. All right, Denver ball on the sideline. 25 seconds left on the game clock in this first quarter. Newby's got the ball, Daly's got the ball. Unloads it over to Mark Peters, who gets across half court. Bree Hennessy is right there to meet him with a one-on-one. There's Newby to offer up a pick. 16 seconds, now 15. Peters got the ball, he's wide, he's got a lot of space open. 10 seconds, 9, 8, Newby's got the ball. He's gonna have to look to pass, no! Goes around Rieger into the corner for the score, 4 seconds left. I thought he would have had to pass it, but no, he had great patience. Rieger was right there, offering a good pick in the corner. 2, 1. That's the quarter, and just like that, with last goal, Denver brings that deficit down from 2 to 0. We are tied at the end of the first quarter. All right, getting ready to get this second quarter started. Tie ball game, 16-16 aside. Looks like for the Harlequins, we've got Eric Newby, Jake Daly, Jason Rieger, and Mark Peters. Same team that finished the quarter, it's the same team that's starting the quarter. For the Warriors, we've got new player Ryan Lindstrom, James Adams on the court, Bree Hennessy, and Eddie Crouch. Key defense for the Warriors. Big holes in that key defense. Mark Peters goes through for the easy score. Lindstrom inbounds to Bree, who then sees a breaking Adams off the chair of Eric Newby into the hands of Jake Daly. Peters calls for the ball. Get a brand new 40-second clock. There's Bree. Great hit on Mark. Unfortunately, cannot stop him. He goes through for the score. If you've been watching this game from the beginning, the Warriors were up by 3. Denver has come back. They are out now up by 2. James Adams gets that ball from Bree, trying to work his way down. Great defense by Peters and Eric Newby. James has to pull it out. There's 20 seconds left on the shot clock. James Adams trying to get around Mark Peters. Sees a breaking Ryan Lindstrom going in backwards for the score. Newby to Daly on the inbound. Peters is double teamed by Hennessy and Adams. Daly sees an opportunity to move all the way up court on the sideline. Then sees a breaking Peters, goes through for the score. 2-point game again, 19-17. Denver in favor. James Adams gets the inbound. He's going to go across half court. Mark Peters right there to meet him. Makes Adams turn. He's going to look for a pass. Daly attempting the reach. Doesn't work. Peter closes off the door in the corner. James has to pull out. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball handler is Ryan Lindstrom. Comes out, tries to set up an offense. Gets into a corner. There's Newby. There's Daly and Rieger. Oh! Great pass up to James Adams for the score. The no look by Ryan Lindstrom. Daly gets that ball. He's going to give it right back to the inbounder, Eric Newby. Ryan Lindstrom inbounds the ball. They were trying to get the ball down court as quick as they could because their player, Eddie Crouch, was trapped in the key. Had he been trapped for 10 seconds, it would have been an immediate turnover. Trying to rush down, they couldn't get there that quick. Very smart player, and Eddie Crouch knew to call the timeout since he was trapped. Team's getting a quick water. Coach Dave Cerruti for the Warriors, getting the team back on the same page. Looks like the Warriors are going to come out with the same line that was out there. Bree Hennessy, Ryan Lindstrom, Eddie Crouch, and James Adams. Getting a quick breather is Anthony McDaniels and Justin Stark, as well as Dan Pitaluga and Joel Rodriguez. Back in the key defense is the Denver team in red. They do have 2 new players out. Looks like they did make a substitution, A.J. Nagel and Drew the Hoffman. Inbound pass from Lindstrom, who's going to be the ball holder for this key offense for the Warriors. Diving in is all the Warriors players. Newby up there to meet Lindstrom. Crouch tries to get that corner, but Hoffman is right there to keep him out. James tries to dive in, gives the ball over to Bree. Nagel tries to lock down the corner, does. Unfortunately, not enough room for Nagel to keep Bree out. She goes right through for the score into the corner. Hoffman inbounds to Newby. Trying to go around up sideline is Newby, but right there is Ryan Lindstrom. Newby is going to dump that ball off to the inbounder, Drew Hoffman. Ryan Lindstrom inbound to Bree Hennessy. Trying to get across half court. She does. Sees a break in James Adams, but unfortunately unloads it before he's ready. Mark Peters is there to intercept the ball. Equipment is called by Bree Hennessy after her unfortunate pass. She just had to get an actual kick back in. Hoffman inbounds the ball to Newby. He's met by Ryan Lindstrom and Bree Hennessy. He's going to unload that ball. No, he decides to keep it. Hennessy applying a lot of pressure. Hoffman sets up on a post. Gives it up to Peters, who almost loses it. Comes around the pile for the score. Bree Hennessy with another equipment call. Looks like her axle keeps popping out. They're going to have to change her tire. Inbound from Lindstrom to Hennessy. Hennessy dives down, turns around, comes all the way up, cross half court. Unloads the ball for Adams, who almost loses it, but goes across for the score. 22-20, Denver on top of the Warriors. Peters gets that ball with speed and goes through the try line, uncontested. Hennessy gets that ball from Lindstrom, following Eddie Crouch for a pick. Crouch is able to pick out Nagel.
Great catch, sir. One for the announcing table.
That's right. Your announcer was able to catch that ball. Here, I'll move. Good. Errant pass went over to the announcing table. Daly is now looking for the ball from Newby. Gets the ball right back. Turnover by the Warriors. Denver trying to capitalize. Newby back to Daly. Gets killed by McDaniels. Able to unload to Hoffman, who goes back in for the score. Warriors have their original starting line in Joel Rodriguez, Justin Stark, Anthony McDaniels, and James Adams. New line for Denver as well. Josh O'Neill is on the court, along with Drew Hoffman, Eric Newby, and Jake Daly. Denver setting up their offense. Daly calls for the ball, gets it from Drew Hoffman. Daly's going to unload it back to Hoffman, who's moving up the sideline. Sees a breaking Daly. However, watch out, here comes McDaniels. Daly gets the ball and slides in for the goal. Inbound pass from Stark goes to Adams. Splits the defense, is going to go up court uncontested. Easy score for the Warriors. 25-22, the deficit is 3 for the Warriors. 3:51 on the clock for the second quarter. Newby gets the inbound pass. Patiently going up court. Sees Daly breaking. Has to hold. It's going to wait for O'Neill. O'Neill can't handle it. It's a turnover for James Adams. Gets the ball, unloads to McDaniels. Great pitch and catch for the Warriors. Deficit now back to 2. Drew Hoffman moving the baseline, trying to get on court. Justin Stark right there to keep him off. Now he's back on. Newby gets the inbound, back over to Hoffman, back over to O'Neill. Woo! Almost swiped by Anthony McDaniel. Denver scores. Quick inbound from the Warriors. Stark to McDaniels. O'Neill right there. Swing and a miss by McDaniel. McDaniels gets the ball up to a breaking James Adams, goes through for the score. Oh, there's an inbound pass by Denver. Knocked backwards by the Warriors. Off the Denver hands, they couldn't handle it. It is a turnover for the Warriors. Warriors have a chance to bring the score back to 1. They've got 40 seconds to get that ball through that goal line. Great pick by Joel Rodriguez on Drew Hoffman for the corner score. Anthony brings it back 25 to 1 point, 25-26. Denver is on top. 2:55 left in the second quarter. Pass goes from Newby to Daly. Daly is kind of stuck. Joel trying to move up court. Back over to Newby. Newby up to Hoffman. Great ball control by Denver. McDaniels gets the inbound pass and quickly finds a breaking James Adams for the score. Denver looking to inbound to Newby. Newby's got the ball following O'Neal up court. Newby's got a break. Coming across half court. There's a great pick by O'Neal on Adams. Newby going back and forth at the three-point shot line. Newby backs in, or excuse me, Daly trying to back in, but Newby goes through the corner for the score. Justin Stark inbounding to James Adams. James Adams giving him a little head nod, trying to tell him where to go, and Adams going to move up all the way to the sideline. Goes back into the middle, sees an open McDaniels, but gets away. Goes through for the score. 28-27. Newby gets the inbound pass from Hoffman. Gets stopped by McDaniels, but Newby sees a breaking Josh O'Neal. Goes through for the score. Inbound pass comes to McDaniels, who's moving up the sideline, hit by Daly. Gets past both Daly and Newby. Across half court, across the goal line for the score. Still a 1 point game, 1:46 left in the second quarter. Both teams going to try and play for last possession. Denver gets this ball knocked out of his lap. Off of the Warriors' hands. It stays Denver's ball. New line coming in for the Warriors and the Harlequins. Bree Hennessy, Dan Pitaluga, Eddie Crouch. Staying on is Anthony McDaniel. Denver Harlequins see Mark Peters and Jason Rieger. Joining Eric Newby and Jake Daly. 1:42 left on this clock for the second quarter. Again, both teams going to try to go for last goal. Peters is going to work this ball down across half court. Try to take a little bit of time off the clock. Got 1:35. He's going to work it all the way down. No. Excuse me. He tried to take some ticks off. And now it's at 1:30. Denver with a good opportunity to go for last goal, or for the last possession. Bree Hennessy gets the inbound pass, 1:25 left on the game clock. Bree gets the ball across half court. Trying to score is Anthony McDaniels. Goes through with 1:17 left on the clock. Now Denver will inbound this ball, try to take it down to about 50 seconds. Peters gets the inbound pass from Newby. Peters getting the ball. He's about midway through to half court, now at half court. Cross half court, it's going to take some time off the clock. 1:06 on the clock. Everybody is spreading out. Warriors fall into the key for their defense. Peters trying to dive in, sees a hole in the corner. Warriors player Bree Hennessy leaves the court before the ball can advance over. They're awarded a penalty try. That goal counts 52-51. She's trying to score fast. And does with 48 seconds left. Denver has a couple of options. They can take this ball, inbound it, bring it across the half-court line, and work this ball or work this clock all the way down under 20 seconds. Call timeout and retain possession for last goal. Looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to take their time, Shot clock's at 25. Game clock at 33. They're going to work this clock all the way down as low as they can on the shot clock. Then call timeout and retain possession and attempt to go for last goal. Score is 31-30. If they do that, it will be a 2-point deficit for the Warriors at the half. And that is what they do. Game clock is on 14 seconds. Shot clock is down to 8. The shot clock gets turned off because there is less time on the game clock.
All right. Do your hair.
Little commentary from Eric Newby as he inbounds. 8 seconds left. Big hole for the Denver Harlequins to go through. 5 seconds left. All the way down is the pass. Up to Bree. Oh, no. Mark Peters intercepts the ball. Good opportunity by McDaniels. He saw it. She was there, but a quicker Mark Peters was able to come under the ball. Denver takes the lead. Takes a 2-point lead into the half, 32-30. We've got 5 minutes here at the half. This is the second game of 6 for today's lineup.
you're good. Well, you were standing next to Bob and or Bobo. Already got you in. You already addressed it.
All right, folks, we are back. Welcome. Mark Peters getting a little adjustment to his chair. New wheel needed. Denver Harlequins against the Wounded Warriors Abilities Ranch. Denver Harlequins up 33-30. 6:42 in the third quarter. For the Warriors starting the second half. Dan Pitaluga, Bree Hennessy, James Adams. Loose ball. Picked up by Mark Peters. And also on the court is Michael Montreville for the Warriors. There is a reach by James Adam, and he is called. James Adams called for a reach onto Denver. Goes into the sin bin for 1 minute or until Denver can score. Josh O'Neal inbounds to Mark Peters, who gives up to a breaking Eric Newby. James Adams back on the court. Justin Stark looking to inbound. Everybody is trapped high. He's got to make a long pass. Here it is to Adams, who gets it. Justin Stark coming on to pick. Good pick on to Mark Peters. Adams goes all the way up the sideline. Uncontested for the score. Little break in the action, but we're back. 36-31, Denver on top of the Warriors. Harlequins trying to run a double-double. Josh O'Neal and A.J. Nagel on James Adams. Justin Stark inbounds to McDaniels. Back to Justin Stark, back to McDaniels. McDaniels has the ball, top of the key. Gives it up to Adams, who cannot get past O'Neal. He's trapped. Oh, great pass over to Joel Rodriguez, who's in the corner, backs in for the score. Everybody was tied up on the far side of the key. Joel saw an opening, called for it. They gave it up to him. 36-32. Warriors down by 4, 5:24 in the third. Little chair fix for McDaniels. We're back in the action. O'Neal has to move the baseline. Ball comes in to Newby. Newby gives it up to Mark Peters, who gives it to a breaking Josh O'Neal, who just inbounded the ball. O'Neal across the line for the score. James Adams calls for the ball from Stark. There's Joel Rodriguez offering a pickup. Adams able to break outside on the sideline. Newby trying to meet him. Push for push is Newby and Adams. There's Mark Peters. Offers a hit. Here comes streaking Adams, gets the ball, or streaking McDaniels gets the ball, has to go back to Adams. A.J. Nagel trying to get a pick on Adams. Nobody's in the corner. Up, and there's a great pass over to McDaniels for the score. Great pass by Eric Newby to a break and Josh O'Neal. Untouched. Warriors left him all by himself. Easy score for the Harlequins. Looks like the Harlequins are trying to fall back in the key. Nope, now they're going to come back on with pressure. And now they're going to come back and sit in the key. 4:40 on the clock. Time ticking down in this third quarter. Warriors trying to make a comeback. Only down by 5. McDaniels gives a great pass over to Adams, who's going into the key, sets up as a post, rolls right in very easily. Josh O'Neal with the inbound. He's looking for Peters. He's got to give it up to Newby, who almost intercepted by Joel. Pass back to the inbounder, Josh O'Neal. Gives it up to Mark Peters, who is going to then give it up to A.J. Nagel, who is going to get wrangled in by the Warriors defense. Nagel trying to give the ball up. Peters goes in to get the ball. Turnover by the pressure of the Warriors. Warriors down by 3, 38-35. Looks like we've got a bench timeout, coach's timeout called by the Denver Harlequins.
Well, I switched it out already, but this one didn't, it's not all the way charged. But
Coach player Jason Rieger want to get the team back over, calm everybody down, get everyone back on the same page.
That's still the weakness in AV, batteries.
Yeah, I should have brought a wall plug for this thing.
4:01 left on the game clock in the third quarter. Score is 38-35
Nice,
in
like
favor of the Harlequins.
remote power transmission, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Harlequins still have 3 floor timeouts that they can use. The Warriors have unfortunately used all of their
Okay, just have it all
floor
cloud-based
timeouts.
I
or
have
something.
that'll upload the file like a proxy directly.
All right, new line coming back out for Denver.
Okay.
Just go home, start editing.
Drew Hoffman, Eric Newby,
Just send it straight to
Jake
the server.
Daly, and Josh O'Neal.
But you gotta have the Wi-Fi.
Same line for the Warriors. Adams, McDaniels, Rodriguez, and Stark. Daly gets the inbound. Picked out by Joel. He's trying to turn and go. Lead pass up to Hoffman. Met by Adams and McDaniels. Hoffman can't get it out of his lap. Timeout called by the Harlequins. Right at 28 seconds on the shot clock. So they almost were called for a 12-second violation. Smart play by Eric Newby to call that timeout. Hoffman inbounds, gets stopped by Stark. Newby's going to go all the way across, has to turn back into the middle. Rodriguez tries to stop him but can't. O'Neal breaks out for the lead pass and the score.
Yeah, so that's all your balance and fade.
Inbound pass goes to McDaniels. Breaks through the middle of the Denver defense.
White balance, I was like, oh,
He's got 2 pickers in front of him. He gives the ball up to Adams, who goes across the line for the score. 3:25, 39-36. Denver on top. Third quarter action from the 2021 Las Vegas Texas Hold'em wheelchair rugby tournament. Almost a jump ball by James Adams on Eric Newby. There's a pass. Does O'Neal get it? No, he does not, and it's off the front of his chair. It is black ball. Warriors retain get possession off of that turnover.
Hey, get close. James, stay high. James denied. James denied.
Warriors need to capitalize on this turnover. Oh, and they can't. They turn it right back over to Denver, to Daly.
Like, I wish I
Looks up, looks for an outlet. O'Neal's got to break out as well. Daly is going to give it up to Newby, who comes back to get the ball. One-on-one with Adams is Newby. Daly's right behind him. Somebody trying to set up for a post. There's O'Neal, can't get in. And it looks like Justin Stark has left the court illegally. So, oh, he's going to get no goal. No goal is awarded. Justin Stark left the court. The ball was not about to be scored, so he gets to go into the sin bin for a minute or until that ball is scored.
the cables and things. Yeah.
Jason Rieger replaces Josh O'Neal on the court right now. It is 4-on-3 in favor of the Harlequins.
Well, I think it'd be nice to have something where you can make it.
Ball is inbounded. Intercepted by McDaniels, but Oh my gosh, they had a great opportunity to get a score there, but Adams got stuck down low. McDaniels lost the ball off the front end of his chair. There's a safer pass by Newby to Daly. Trying to get through, but James Adams applying a lot of pressure. Daly able to give that ball over to Peters, who meets McDaniels, knocks him out. There is a penalty try. It is not a goal. Justin Stark has to stay in the box because it was a penalty goal, not just a straight goal. Another interception by Denver. Nope, off the Denver hands. Still black ball. Justin Stark still in the bin for a few more seconds. Joel looking to get that ball inbounded again. Warriors only have 3 players on the court. Mark Peters puts his big paws out, knocks it down for for Newby to pick up. Another turnover for the Warriors. That could have been 2 easy goals not easy, but could have been 2 goals for them. Newby takes that ball across the court now. Justin Stark can come out of the sin bin. If you're wondering why he had to stay, it was because a penalty goal was awarded, not a regular goal. He gets to sit in the sin bin for a full minute or until a regular goal is scored by the other team. Inbound pass goes to Adams. Gives that ball up to a breaking Joel Rodriguez, who goes through the goal line for the score. 41-37. The deficit is 4. Daly gets that ball up to a breaking Peters, getting chased by McDaniels and Adams. They can't catch him. He goes through for the score. 156. Looks like Denver's going to fall back for key defense. Also, this is where both teams are going to start thinking about playing for possession. Just under 2 minutes, 1:49 on the clock. Peters coming out as a chaser, meets McDaniels. Adams able to get past the Denver key defense, gets the pass from McDaniels for the score. 1:40 on the clock. Denver's going to go for the quick score. Breaking Daly. Now he's going to take some time off the clock. Good patience by Denver. They get the score, 43-38. Great pass by Stark to Anthony McDaniels. Goes uncontested for the score, 1:24 on the clock. Denver is going to take this clock all the way down to the 50-second mark. Got to get across half court, which he does, is Mark Peters. Daly's there to offer a little assistance if needed. Newby is trying to get up court. Here he comes. Keeping Justin Stark out. They're going to allow their low pointer, Jason Rieger, to come on down. Joel Rodriguez is in chase. Now they're going to try and attack the goal. 1 minute on the clock. They're going to let 10 seconds go off the clock. Shot clock down to 11, 10, and he goes through into the corner for the score. 54 seconds left on the game clock. What that does is it allows the Warriors to go and score. They get a full 40 seconds, which they can run down. Denver's hoping that they will either turn over the ball or they can either get a score from the Warriors, which will allow them to go for last goal. With 43 seconds left on the clock, that is exactly what Denver is going to do. They will inbound the ball, try to get the ball across the half-court line, and hold it. 40 seconds left on the shot clock, so the difference is 3 seconds. Ball is given up to Peters. A little bit of pressure from the Warriors. Great pick by Newby. 30 seconds now on the game clock. 26 on the shot clock. They're going to let this clock go down to 15 seconds. They will call a timeout, retain possession for a last goal attempt. 16 down to 15. Oh no, they are not going to call a timeout. Wow, okay. They scored with 8 seconds left. They could have held on to the ball for longer, called a timeout, and kept possession, but now they're just making. Whoa! Great pass by McDaniels up to Joel. Goes through the line for the score with 3 seconds left. Awesome pass by McDaniels up to Joel. Denver was not expecting that. With only 3 seconds left, it's going to be difficult for Denver to get this last goal. They're going to throw it in for a safety. Wow, last goal is taken by the Warriors. Great long pass from McDaniels. Up to Joel Rodriguez. 45-41, end of the third quarter. We got 2 minutes to the start of the fourth in this second game of 6. Stay tuned, folks.
Inbounder?
I can.
Well, you're in the way then.
No, I said I can. Are you good? Is that juice? No, gummy. Yeah. Start of the fourth quarter. Eric Newby inbounds to Jake Daly, Mark Peters, and Jason Rieger. Peters moving down with a lot of speed. Goes through for the score. For the Warriors, Dan Pitaluga, Bree Hennessy, Eddie Crouch, and Anthony McDaniel. McDaniel's gets the inbound. Oh, no! He goes back court. That is an over and back on McDaniels. That's a turnover on the Warriors. Denver's got this ball again. 46-41 is the score. Fourth quarter action. Pass over to Peters. Peters getting a lot of pressure from the Warriors. Going to come around. Bree tries to stop him, just misses. He goes all the way down. Good block by Newby for the score. 47-41. McDaniels takes a pass from Pitaluga. Lead pass up to Bree, who's met by Daly. Daly's trying to get a hand on the ball. Makes her pass the ball back to McDaniels. Denver trying to fall into the key. Up. Except Dan gets behind the defense, gets the ball from McDaniels for the score. We've got an equipment timeout for the Denver Harlequins. All right, equipment fixed. Newby's ready. Back to the action. Peters gets the ball, trying to get speed. He's got Brian McDaniels meeting him, stopping him. At half court, he gets across. Great defense by Bree. She's having to retreat into the key. There's a goal by Mark Peters. Running real quick from midcourt all the way through the goal line for the score. Bree gets the inbound pass, gets the call from McDaniels for the lead pass, and he goes through for the score. 6:44 left in the fourth quarter. 48-43. Warriors have a great opportunity to reel this game back in, only down by 5. Not going to do it if you can't stop that guy. Mark Peters goes up the court uncontested for the goal. Pass from Bree back to the inbounder. Wow. Bree gave the ball back up to the inbounder, Dan Pitaluga, at half court. He couldn't hold it.
You can't call a timeout unless you got a timeout.
It's a color commentary from a Denver player.
I'm right here with you. Right here with you, Andy.
Can't.
Go.
Go, Danny. Go, Danny.
Little color commentary from Denver player Eric Newby. Can't call a timeout if you don't have a timeout. He speaks facts, my friends. Mark Peters gets that inbound ball. Weaves in and out of traffic. Goes through for the score. Looks like Bree Hennessy is needing a little equipment for her chair. Looks like her axle's back on. Little help from referee Andy Miller. We're back at play. Pitaluga to McDaniels. Crouch right there for a pick. There's Daly to meet McDaniels. Side to side goes McDaniels, trying to get back across half court. That ball is tipped and intercepted by Denver. Peters now has the ball. Daly took the interception. Peters trying to work out of the Warriors defense. Pitaluga right there with a great hit on Peters. Great pass by Peters over to Newby for the pass, or for the goal. McDaniels gets the ball. Over to looking for Pitaluga. Pitaluga tries to get a pick. Swings and misses. McDaniels met by Mark Peters. That ball is swiped off his lap. It is still black ball. It should be black possession. And it is. Mark Peters knocked that ball off McDaniels' lap. It went through the backcourt. McDaniels could have picked it up, but it was traveling a little bit faster than he wanted to push. Allowed the ball to go out of bounds. Retained possession for the Warriors. Scrap Smith now on the court for the Warriors. Bree Hennessy, Eddie Crouch, and Anthony McDaniel stay on the court. Drew Hoffman and A.J. Nagel on the court for Denver. Staying are Peters and Newby. Smith gets that ball from McDaniels. Needs help, gives it back to McDaniels. He's met at the half-court line, but he unloads that ball to a breaking Bree Hennessy. Goes across for the score. 51-44. 5:12 left in the fourth quarter. Mark Peters gets that inbound. Push for push is McDaniels and Peters. Looks like Peters is going to beat him just to the corner for the score. McDaniels gets an inbound pass from Smith. There's a deep pass. Oh! Scrap Smith able to get that ball. Woo! That was another, I hope somebody gets this ball pass from McDaniels. Did it yesterday, and unfortunately, Scrap Smith found it. Mark Peters gets the inbound from Denver. Breaks through. Bree tries to stop him, but can't. We've got a bench timeout being called, a coach's timeout by the Denver Harlequins.
Red, timeout, bench. Red, timeout, bench.
New line coming in. All right, back from the break. We got subs coming in for the Warriors. James Adams and Michael Montevel coming on. Bree Hennessy staying on. On for Denver is A.J. Nagel, Josh O'Neill, Jake Daly, and Drew the Hoffman. That's A.J. Mr. Clean Nagel. Key defense against key offense. Adams had the ball, gives it up to Bree, who is able to power her way through for the score against Mr. Clean himself. Drew looking to inbound to Jake Daly. He's trapped down low, but able to come around. Gets the ball swiped out of his lap by Adams. Stays Denver ball. Josh O'Neill going for the inbound. Daly's got the ball, trying to move around. There's Adams applying a lot of pressure. Daly seems to be in the jailhouse, but makes a break. Out he comes. Bree Hennessy right there to meet him. Great pick by Drew Hoffman. Jake Daly goes into the corner for the score. Scrap Smith gets that ball into Bree. Bree up to Adams, now going to move up court, looking to get across half court. Denver Harlequins going to try and fall into the key. Adams moving down with speed, tries to get up to Bree. She does, or he does, gets it to her, in for the score. .349 left in this fourth quarter. Denver up 54-47. Daly gets that inbound pass. He's going to move down court. Gets it to the half-court line, unloads it to Josh O'Neill. Daly gets the ball back from O'Neill. Bree Hennessy right there applying a lot of pressure. Jake Daly gets a dribble in. He's got a dribble or pass once every 10 seconds. Oh, and there's a reach by Bree Hennessy. She is called. Oh, excuse me. Call on James Adams.
Watch your baseline.
James Adams gets to sit in the sin bin for 1 full minute or until a regular goal is scored by Denver. If a penalty score is gold, he cannot leave. A.J. Mr. Clean Nagel coming in to set up defense. Jake Daly's trying to get position.
I'm good. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm good. I'm good.
James telling his teammate Bree Hennessy, trying to get out, stay away from him. Daly takes off the clock. James Adams able to get on court. Goes to get that inbound pass from Scrap Smith. He's stuck at the half line. James still got the ball, 24 seconds on the shot clock, gives it up to Bree Hennessy, who's in the key, gets through for the score. Inbound pass from Daly, or to Daly, from Hoffman, back to Hoffman, up to Josh O'Neill. Scrap Smith inbounds that ball to Bree Hennessy. She gives that ball back over to James Adams, who is just past half court. They're both going to start working down together, 2-on-2 right now. Into the key, over to the corner. He slides right in for the goal. 56-49, 2:02 left on this clock. Jake Daly gets that inbound pass. He's trying to make his way through traffic and does. Used his blinker, went through the half-court line, now through the goal. All right. Warriors trying to run a little key offense here. James Adams directing his team to go down. He's trying to dive in. Oh, he tries to give it to Bree. It's intercepted by Daly. Daly's trying to get out. Adams is right there applying more pressure, looking for a pass. Oh, there's a swipe, but timeout is called by Denver. Making a showing, Colton Parker for Denver Harlequins. Number 23 going with the pass over to Josh O'Neal. 23 is blocked out by Michael Montevel. Pass from Daly to O'Neal, now up to Hoffman, who's open. He's going to look to give it back to Daly. 3-on-3 situation for both teams. Colton Parker able to get away from Michael. Drew Hoffman able to go through with the score. 55 seconds left on this clock. Both teams have started to try playing for possession, especially Denver, but at the rate that this is going, they may just try to go goal for goal. Bree Hennessy gets an outlet pass up to James Adams. 43 seconds left on the clock. Denver can literally run this clock all the way down. Call timeout. And, oh no! Errant pass. But fortunately it's knocked out of bounds by Warriors for Denver ball. They retain possession. 31 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball is inbounded by Parker. Coming over to Hoffman. All right, so we've got 26 seconds left on the shot clock, 28 seconds left on the game clock. Still Denver ball. We've yet to make it across the half-court line in these last 43 seconds. What they're going to try to do, I'm thinking, inbound the ball, get it across half-court, call timeout for last possession. Hoffman gets the inbound, 22 seconds, 19 on the shot. Gets it across. Is he going to score? Looks like it. Okay, so last goal should go to the Warriors if they're able to inbound. 15 seconds are left on the game clock. 10 seconds. Breeze looking for an outlet pass. Great defense by Denver. Pass up to Adams, who cannot handle it. Ball goes out of bounds. It is now Denver ball with 3 seconds left. They will inbound this ball for a safety. Just going to get the ball in. That's all they're going to do. There it is, folks. 3 seconds, 2, 1. That's the game. Denver Harlequins 59. Wounded Warriors Abilities Ranch 50. Stay tuned for our next game. We've got about 10 minutes. We've got the University of Arizona Wildcats going up against the Ontario team out of Canada, the Annihilators. Great game to be going on. Stick around, folks. 10 minutes. We'll be right back.